There we go. That's the right game. Hello everyone, welcome back. Vixie here. And welcome back to Japanese Teenager Simulator 2003, also known as Tales of Symphonia. Ah! 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 I'm bombing! I'm cute now! No! The cuteness! And slain with a boop. Oh, my headbats, my headbats. That hits the spot. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, everyone. It's so good to see you all. You guys really know what makes a skunk really happy. I really appreciate it.
Hello there.
Hello there, Raven Star. Good to see you. Also, let's see, who else is here? Anna, good to see you. Cutes, head pass, and boops. The moment the stream starts. Absolutely perfect. I couldn't agree more. And thank you so much for modding for us, Anna. You precious. David, good to see you. And JC for starting off that cute nuke. Well, before you guys all go spend your points, I want to actually show you that I reduced the amount of money for the Switch Characters incentive. So I know some of you weren't able to come to the crowd control Hollow Knight stream yesterday, but there is still a crowd control incentive here. That is the Switch Characters incentive. So you see the 8 characters that are on the screen right there? You now only have to pay 250 skunk tails to get me to change to whichever one you want. The last one that was redeemed was Lloyd, so that's why I've been playing with him so much. But if you want to mess me up, you can go ahead and choose one of the other ones. Avoid the Hollow Knight stream for spoilers? Yeah, that makes sense. Pigeon, good to see you. Can I resist cute attacks? You're not the only one. Aqua! Welcome on in! It's good to see you! You don't have to make it to streams, glad to see you around. And don't you dare comment on the smell, okay? I was a little gassy from dinner. That's all that is. And you can't even smell it. Yep, we played Hollow Knight yesterday with a mod that integrated it with Twitch chat. So you could do a whole bunch of things to mess me up. And of course, Charwing's here. Hi, hi. Good to see you, good to see you. Alright, so with all that said, let's get into it. So, Jenny Skunk! Skunky Cuddles! Everyone who doesn't know, Jenny is a fellow skunk. Purple skunk, where I'm a pink one. Anyway, for those who weren't here last time, a lot of things happened, but the most important ones are we have Colette back, and we've now decided that what we're going to do is we're going to split the parallel worlds of Sylvarant and Tetheala from each other without anyone's consent. Because, you know, who needs consent in a JRPG? Am I right? Yes! Okay. And the way that we do that is we form pacts with the summoned spirits from both sides of that jump. So there are 4 in Sylvarant and there are 4 in Tetheala. We formed pacts with 3 in Sylvarant and 3 in Tetheala so far. And by some shenanigans where we found out that Rain and Genius were actually born in Tetheala, we ended up getting back to Sylvarant. So there. Now that we're here, I guess our goal might be to get the Summon Spirit of Light. Thanks for the lurk, Charwing! Copyrighted the theory that purple is evil. You'll get royalties. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Hold me, whatever lies beyond this morning. It's a little bit Regardless of warnings, the future doesn't scare me at all. Whoa. Nothing's like before. I am gonna get copyright strike for that, but I don't care. That's such a beat. Hey, chosen one, Lloyd! How's the journey to release the seals coming? Randomly throws Heartless at Vixie Hime. I hug every single one of them. Yeah, about that. Yeah, they don't know that we just, like, completely abandoned that journey of regeneration. Yeah, because a lot of things happened by the time we actually just traveled from Silverrun to Teliala. And we didn't let anyone know we were leaving. It was a long story. 25 hours, in fact. A good idea, Lloyd. Oh yeah, everything's going well. If we were wondering if you could take care of our friend Mithos for a while. Thanks for the boopers on the snooters, Jenny. I certainly don't mind, but who is he? He's traveling with us for the moment. We're heading to an area that'd be too dangerous for him. Oh, are you heading to the Palma Costa Ranch? What are you talking about? That was destroyed. Oh, you're not? Well, we recently received reports that the Zions are wandering inside the ruins of the ranch. So we've had to increase our security. Oh, that's interesting. Did Magnus come back? I don't know if it's related, but there's also reports that the Zions are attacking the sea route between Isolde and Palma Costa. They seem to be constructing some sort of giant infrastructure on the ocean floor. The remote island human ranch is located in that region. Interesting. So I guess we're gonna do a human ranch, huh? Yeah, because it turns out the world regeneration isn't all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, you called it! You called it, JC. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect Vixie to start singing simple and clean. Well, one thing you need to know about me is the entire reason I got a PlayStation 2 was for Kingdom Hearts. So, at the very least, for the very first one, I love everything. Everything about that Kingdom Hearts game. Wonder what's going on there. Maybe it's the mannequin in the Rodyle's building. Maybe it's just me pulling a toot. Maybe it's nothing at all. But what I know for sure is Tavish called me cute. Thank you. On fire with predicting the whole story of this game. Purple is evil. World regeneration is not good. So JC, what's your prediction for who killed Presea's sister? Because we will find out by the end. That was a plot point that came up last time, is that we found out that Presea's younger sister was murdered. The only thing you know about Kingdom Hearts is the Pro ZD skit. Well, there's just a little bit more to it than that. Sparks Dreams, hello! Good to see you! What's going on? Go and get that soup. Oh, you mean Rodyle? That's an interesting prediction. We'll see if that comes true. Well, if you're worried about it, why don't we all go take a look? Even if it's not the mannequin, the city will become the next Lewin if the Palma Costa Ranch becomes operational again. Alright, let's check out the Palma Costa Ranch. We'll come back for Mithos later. The only thing I know about Kingdom Hearts is Mickey Mouse with a sword or something. Yep. Hey Genus, why don't you take this with you? It's a memento of when my sister passed away. I can't take that. If you find yourself in danger, play it. I don't know what it can do, but it may just save you. Oh, thanks. I'll promise and come back and return it to you. Mithos' panpipe. Ooh, that's so cool. Yeah, there's a wee bit more than just Mickey Mouse with a Keyblade to Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Even though Tales of Symphonia is long, it actually wraps up its story pretty well at the end. Let me make sure. Oh no, we're not healed. Let me go ahead and take a rest at the inn first. But yeah. Actually, you know, there might have been a sequel? I forget, but it's pretty well wrapped up by the end. Whereas Kingdom Hearts just keeps going and 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 going. I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 would be the end, but no, it's not the end. They're still making more. Hey, you got the main character right. We'll be able to teach you yet. Okay. So let's swing ourselves around to the human ranch. Okay, it should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
The renegades.
So that's it. Neo and the others couldn't tell the difference between the Desians and the renegades.
We've been waiting for you. Are you saying you were expecting us to come here?
Does it really matter? We have more important things to discuss, such as joining forces.
Unbelievable. You actually expect us to trust you after all you've done to Lloyd and Colette?
The circumstances have changed.
Yuan!
Do you know of the giant Carlon tree?
The legendary giant tree is said to have existed in the holy ground of Carlon, right?
Ooh, plot.
It's the tree of life which produces infinite mana.
Which one do you think
Isn't
sounds
that
like
just a
Ash?
fairy tale?
The giant Carlon tree indeed existed, but the Carlon War exhausted its mana supply and the tree wilted away. And now all that remains is its seed left in the holy ground of Carlon.
The seed of the giant tree is in the final seal?
It is known as the Great Seed.
Are you talking about the soul of Mithos?
Now that is a fairy tale. The Great Seed, the source of the world's mana, is the seed of the giant tree.
The Great Seed is
Seed of mana
absolutely
confirmed.
vital in order to reunite the two worlds.
Of course. Jeez.
Reunite the two worlds? I believe I told you before. Yggdrasil is the creator of the two worlds. Originally, the world was one, but Yggdrasil ripped it asunder.
How's it even possible for someone to split the world apart?
It was possible for Yggdrasil. The two worlds have managed to survive by vying for the small amount of mana seeping
nice.
from the Great Seed.
Ooh, good question. I'm not sure where it actually falls in the lore. The Greater Tales of Symphonia lore. Whether it's a Tales of Fantasia sequel or prequel or whatever. Played the game once before and I didn't get to the first save point before I had to go. Oh well. Let's see, Gina sounds a lot like Ash. I'm curious, let me bring up the voice actors. Yeah, because we actually have a page right here that has all the voice actors. Let's see, Genus is voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy. Tails! That was the famous one that she voices. Pretty much like in all the Sonic games, in all the Sonic anime, that's Tails. Not Ash. But yeah, now you know. Yggdrasil is literally Satan, and he created the world. What is this, Shin Megami Tensei? It is an anime. Genius is Tales of Symphonia! Whoa!
So that's why the cycle of flourishing and declining continues, and the Chosen goes on the journey of regeneration.
But if the Great Seed germinates, the giant tree will be restored and the cycle will come to an end.
How do we resurrect the giant tree?
The Great Seed is nearly dead. We must expose it to a large amount of mana in order to save it.
There's no supply of mana like that to be found anywhere in the world.
Crucius's base, Daris Karlan, is a comet made from a giant mass of mana. It lies suspended in the sky high above this land. All we have to do is use that.
Well, if that's true, why doesn't Yggdrasil revive the giant tree?
All of Daris Karlan's mana is being given to Martel for the sake of resurrecting her.
What?
By using the power of a Crucius crystal,
Thanks for the
Martel's soul
boopers,
lives
Danny.
on, existing as a part of the Great Seed.
If Martel awakes, the Great Seed will be absorbed into her and disappear. The reverse also holds true. In order to prevent that from happening, Yggdrasil protects the Great Seed with the seals of the Summon Spirits.
So that's why the Renegades are trying to stop Martel's revival.
Yes. We will make the Great Seed germinate. As a result, Martel will be absorbed by the seed, and then...
The giant Karlan tree will be reborn.
If that happens, will the two worlds become one again?
That I don't know. The only certainty is that the world will end if the seed is lost.
So, you're gonna have Miss Martel be a good little girl and disappear.
Martel is already dead. If it weren't
Nice.
for Daris Karlan's mana, her soul would have disappeared a long time ago.
I know that. Now I know who Colette reminds me of. She's the one girl from the game Evolution Worlds. Mag, I think she's called? Might be wrong. Not familiar with that game at all, JC. So, you'd be the only one to know.
Why is Yggdrasil so obsessed with Martel?
That doesn't matter. What's important is that we see to it that the
Well,
Great
yeah, I'm
Seed
kind of
germinates.
curious.
Up till now, the Great Seed has been protected by the Summon Spirits of the declining world.
The mana links.
Correct. Now that the links have begun to unravel, the Great Seed's protection has weakened.
Because we have been forming pacts with the summoned spirits of both worlds.
Now I understand why you want us to join you. It's because we have Sheena, a summoner.
Yuan, are you with Crucius or are you with the Renegades?
I'm with Crucius, and I am also the leader of the Renegades.
A double agent?
In other words, a traitor.
So, what's your decision?
Okay.
Lloyd, you're going to trust him?
Wait, we're gonna trust Lloyd with his, what, quarter of a brain cell? Or, wait,
Yeah.
what were we on
He's
again?
revealed the fact that he is a traitor. He's putting himself on the line. That has to mean something.
I'll trust him too.
You were headed towards
Yeah,
Rodyle's
Ralsei,
ranch,
you do
correct?
whatever Lloyd does.
You sure know a lot about what we're doing. You have a spy watching us or something?
Oh, jeez. What is that? What is that? That's like 500 trillion? Negative 500 trillion brain cells?
No kidding. But either way, we have to stop that mana cannon thing before it's completed.
We also have a debt to pay back to Rodyle.
The ranch and mana cannon system should be interlinked. Disabling the control room should be our first priority.
You seem to know quite a lot about them.
We have a reason to infiltrate Rodyle's ranch as well. We can guide you to the entrance if you like.
We're teaming up, right? Of course. Please take us there.
Why are you going to the ranch?
We need to make preparations to fire mana at the Great Seed. Oh, by the way, the Riiight dimensional transfer system will be offline while we make our preparations. You'll have to wait until after we infiltrate the ranch if you want to get back to Tetheala.
Because plot! Yuan is a double agent? That explains why he's wearing a color that is 100% purple. His cloak is midnight blue. More midnight blue than purple. Yes. I mean, at least Lloyd is smarter than Zelos. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be possible, but we ended up with one anyway. Look at that. I'm a murderer. Are you gonna trust him? Yeah, because he told us he was a murderer. Exactly. You know, he's a murderer, but he's an honest murderer. See, that's exactly what Lloyd gets with his, like, negative 50 brain cells.
Got it.
Talk to Boda when you're ready. I'll leave the rest to you, Boda.
Understood.
Okay. So before that, I want to make sure we're stocked up on items. Looks like we got a fair amount. We can afford to top up though, and I know just the place to do it. So this is a place that you cannot access. You can't access this without the Riiights, but it is one of the coolest towns. Actually, I think it's my favorite town in all of the game. And you'll see why in just a minute. Yeah, I'm predicting it now. Yggdrasil is interested in Martell because Martell is either his sister or her lover and wants to bring her back. You know, that's a very interesting prediction. We'll see. Lloyd broke the calculations for what his brain cells are like. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cat's Village. This is where all the cats are born. It's where all the cats live and prosper. And it's where we can buy everything. Wahaha! Cat planet, yes! Aw, oh, man, if only Agnes was here. He'd love this. You can get these kitty mittens, you can get all sorts of fish, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what we'll stock up on. I believe other places, you have a free inn here, which is literally just some comfy cushions to curl up on. Oh no, it's 50 gal, but still, super cheap. Pushes the base off the table, nice. The amount of brain cells Lloyd has is the same amount of Cromer the Spamdun has, nice. Okay, of course they have an expedition team here. Tavish! Good to see you, thank you for the codes! You're cute. Hyenas are related to cats, nice. I'm the mayor of this village. Why am I spinning around? The mayor's just literally spinning in place. I ate some catnip, so I'm feeling good. Whee! This is the best village ever. I think you can get some extra stuff here. Oh, you're scratching the posts. This tree has gotten smaller since I started dropping my claws on it. They hurt. Well, why do I stop? I just simply can't. What do you get when a cat climbs up a tree? Catch up. Hee 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 hee. Please don't look at me like that. We're bored. Nice. This basically is the Temmie village of this. Thanks for the pets! We're getting high AF! Luna! High on kitties! High on catnip! Can't catch anything, gonna be in trouble with the boys. Oh well. But okay, we fueled up. It is time to go! Let's head back and meet up with Beta. Want more bird villagers? Sorry, this isn't the game for you. Got Steve on your lap. Aww! Alright, let's do a field save here, and then get going. Don't forget, if you want to trip me up, 250 channel points to get me to change characters. Oh yeah, we should totally do like a Breath of the Wild run, that'd be fun. Maybe I'll do it in Master Mode. Boda, where'd you go? Boda! There you are. Let's do this! We have to work on the mana reactor in here. You head straight, you should connect to the ranch. Gotcha. Open the character menu real quick. Well, once this cutscene's done. Oh, one more thing. It seems you've destroyed every ranch that you've been to, but we need the mana reactor in order to sprout the Great Seed. So don't destroy this one, please. We'll have to think about that. Hear that, Rain? It's not like I destroyed them for fun, you know? In order to disable the mana cannon, we need to get to the control room. My intuition tells me that the room is probably the furthest in. Thank you, Lloyd. So for this place, that's gonna be the top floor. Oh, Lloyd, you're so amazing! Yeah, we've been through enough of these places already, so things should be pretty obvious. Well then, why don't we get in there and get going looking for that air control room? Okay, here you go, Anna. So, available characters are Lloyd, Presea, the pink-haired one, Genus, the mage, Zelos, the idiot, Sheena, the summoner, Colette, the Ralsei, Regal, the overdramatic one, and Rain, the one that likes to blow things up, also known as the white mage. Zelos, the burly. Colgate. We're switching characters to Colgate because JC has demanded it. Alright, let's see what tech we got to work with. Oh, I have not used her. Gotta set these up. Alright, so damage guard. We'll put judgment here. For melee, we'll do... what will we do? I think we'll go ahead and do Ray Satellite right here. Ring Whirlwind is good there. Down would be... Paraball, sure. Okay, cool. And then we need to swap some of these out. So we'll go ahead and switch Regal in as melee. We'll go ahead and... sure, why not Presea? And Rain. There you go. Alright, cool. Switching up characters because the cat demands so. Yes. Thanks, Anna. Evil Vixie be like, no fights! Yes! For these most stoic hero in video games, I dare say in entire media in the last decade. I feel you on that one. Blue. Okay. Here we go.
Get ready.
It'll be okay.
Ready? Like shield,
Okay. Well, that was... wait, why can't I not choose you? There you go. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can do this now. Oh no. He's not gonna let me. There we go. Come on! Let me pull it off.
Cast thy purifying light upon this soul.
Do it! Judgment! Woo! That's the power of the angels! Woo! I totally didn't need to do it, but it was fun. What makes you die just speeds up your aging. After a while since fire decayed nights. One time my mom committed the worst war crime, burning bacon. Oh no, think for the whoops, Luna. Okay. So I'm gonna guess that this doesn't really lead anywhere. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. You have to light up all the lights. Ah. Done. Easy. Alright, let's go!
Be careful, everyone! Dizzy.
Ow.
Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. That's it. Ready? Don't get in my way.
No, wait, you're supposed to be attacking Regal. I don't care if you have healer. Going to disable that. Now get in there and fight!
Ready? Field barrier.
There we go!
Ready? Whirlwind!
Sounds good. There we go! Come on, pow hammer it up! Woo!
Ready?
Hear your beat.
I'm just gonna pow hammer everyone to death.
Hear your
Redemption
beat.
still eludes me.
Evil Vixie, I bet, would also get the name of my species right under, like, Miss Nonaki. Hey, listen. Listen here, you little... Seriously, miss this battle theme? Oh, I love it too. Regal's still in cuffs because he's just over dramatic about everything. Just like the way he talks. Oh, yay. Another one of these. Let's try this. Easy peasy. Have you ever solved a 3x3 Rubik's Cube? Yes, I have actually. I had to look it up and understand how it worked. But after I learned how, I solved it.
Enemies.
Who's your favorite character in this game? I think it would have to be Persea, the one that's holding the axe right now.
Ready? Acuteness.
I'm dizzy.
Are you okay?
Regal, I can break these cuffs! No, you cannot break these cuffs! Okay. Are you the government because you're fine? Aw.
Sorry.
You're sweet, Looney. Get away from our healer.
Help is on the way. Nurse.
There we go.
Redemption still eludes me.
Did you just hear when he said redemption still eludes me? How dramatic can you get? The speed cube as a hobby? Awesome! There's a part of me that wanted you to say no, but it's not that hard. No, it really isn't. But you have to learn how to do it. It's hard to figure it out by yourself because there's so many things that move at the same time. Hey, you Crunch! Good to see you! How yous? Are you a shower? Because I see myself crawling into you and sobbing uncontrollably. Are you trying to hit on me? No? Okay. Usually I add sugar to my tea, but you all are too sweet. Aww. I definitely agree.
Sorry, ready?
Hey, stay away from our healer!
Field barrier.
There you go.
Photon. That's it.
Nice. Is it working if I am? What? Is it turning me into a shower? Don't know what you mean. Are you pink? Yes, I am pink. Can we start a poll on who likes wholesome cuddles? For scientific purposes? It's a very, very scientific question. What do y'all think? Let's see. Do you like the wholesome cuddles? Let's see. Yee. Hey, yee. Cuddle me now, Vixie. Done. Oof. And we're gonna do, it's gonna be a 2-minute one. There you go. And biddies count. You can go ahead and put biddies in there. Alright, scientific poll up. 2 minutes. We must decide. Not good at flirting, but what I am will be directed at those who I love the most. Aww. Huh, so Sorcerer's Union does a strange sound which respond to the machines of facility. Got it, okay. Wee. Can't we go any higher? As far as I can tell, this is the only elevator in the ranch. In other words, the designs use this elevator to go higher than this, which means the solution is simple. We get a house! Thank you so much for sending the guy. What do we do? We just have to have the designs move it for us. In other words, we have to create a situation in which they move it. Oh, so, like what? A disturbance! For instance, if the captain started to revolt. Then we wait for the designs to move the elevator and stuff happens, yeah. By the way, Persona Guy, there's a poll going up. You needs to vote. That's a sinister plan. Every time was. Something I forgot to mention back during the speed cutie combo, I'm practicing solving a mega mix as I watch this. Cool. Now I'd respect that. This is... Yeah, JC is good at flirts. Alright, who wins? Various wins! Congratulations! There are 3 cuddle me now Vixies. So guess what? Everyone gets cuddles! Cuddle everyone goes together. Thank you! Loves everywhere. Cuddling with the homies. Yep. Stone charm, which should prevent... what, like petrification, I think? Holy staff, Batman! No, that's not the right menu. It's equip. There you go. A staff blessed by the gods. Yes. The best types of cuddles. Yes. Vargia? What's that? Hang on. A Vargia. Oh, it's a type of card. For Sheena. Artara. There you go. Stone trap presents you for being stabbed, bruh. Okay, I think these switches will unlock it, but hey. Please let me out. Okay, we'll work on it. Boop. 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 Yay, that worked. Do we assume everyone who didn't vote would have said no? Or they're just lurking. So, you're at the escape. Ah! I didn't see that coming! Oh, someone rebelled and started a new poll. Tavish, was that you? Hey, sneaker. Boop. Didn't think we had to wind up doing something like this. Oh, anyway, let's head to the top floor. Sweet. Up we go! Don't worry, I'll save you. Instead of pressing buttons to unlock cages, Colette makes a Colette-sized hole. Nice. There we go. Okay, so now we're taking this like Zelda-like bridge over, I think is what's going on here. This goes up to here. This is really weird. Oh no! Zappy zap. Gotta zap again. That goes down, okay. Very hollow bastion. Just you wait. Thanks for the cutes. Okay. So that changes the direction we're turning. So we can go up here. Turn to left. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see which one this one goes to. Oh, fun. We can just keep getting zapped. Probably not a good idea, so we'll stop that. How does this one do? Oh, neat. This one goes... Yeah, we'll go this way so we don't get zapped. Welcome to my house. As you can see, there's so many chairs because it gets so tilted to the towers. Nice reference. Yes, and they valid. Oh, you guys love you. And we're all paralyzed. Nice. Alright, Rain. Going to need... What was it? Physical ailments in an area. Magical ailments. Now we need to learn Purify, apparently. Alright. But we can still do a 1x1, right? There you go. Burn a lot of that. But hey, gonna head to bed. Have a good one. Thank you so much for coming. Blue. And then nurse. What's over here? Ooh, it's a teleporter thing. Nice. That doesn't work. Teleport up here. EX gem level 2, nice, nice. What about this? Oh, interesting. So that changes which one it's gonna go to. Whoa! Well, okay. That works. So, what exactly did it do? The door doesn't respond. Oh, of course not. Oh, that sucks about your friend, Naku. Forgot the comments? It's okay. But yeah, that's horrible. You need some hugs. We could use some hugs for, was it Miss Ping? One of our best mods. Well, all my mods are amazing, but you know what I mean. Down to here. Alright, how do we open this door? This? Oh, there's locks that we gotta disengage. So that's lock number 3. Close. Let's go! Oh. Well, I guess we're there. There's monsters here? Minazuki! What exactly is that? Minazuki. Is that a Lloyd thing? No, who is it? Huh. Items. Oh! It's a robe. It's a robe for Sheena. Nice. EXM level 4 hype. Okay, so we'll give Persea hers. We'll go ahead and what's that one with Vitality and Eternal? Yeah, so we will change this one to EXM level 4. Immunity, heavy hit, savior, revive. Increase the probability of stunning enemies, occasionally avoid status effects. Do heavy hit, because that's what she's like. Yeah! Let's go.
Be careful, everyone!
Acuteness!
Boink. Pow hammer!
Field barrier! Devastation!
Oh, nice.
Photon!
There we go.
Do not think ill of us.
Boop, 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 boom. Oh, Persea got a new compound EX skill. Variable. Attack power fluctuates depending on HP. Is that good or bad? Oh, we're switching characters again. We're going to Zelos. Oh, the time increased. Able to move around immediately after spells cast. Nice. Alright. As much as Zelos is awful, we're changing him. Because Pigeon demands! The burb demands it! If you guys don't like it, you can change it too. Remember, there's an incentive. Alright, let me set up your tech here, Zelos. So here we're going to do... Wow, you have nothing! Because I haven't been playing you. I've been trying to hide you. So literally, do you not have anything more than last time? Okay. I guess not. Let's check you out. What else we got? Right back to Colette. It's a bid war. Holy cloak, Batman! Bid war! Back to Zelos. Colette. Whoop. Alright, what is this item? This holy cloak, a supreme cloak blessed by the gods. And that's a robe. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that Regal wore cloaks. Lloyd, Persea. Last vote was for Persea. Darn it, Picnic, I want to save my points for the stay the whole night incentive. Ah. It really is a tough one, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Back down in. Huh. I guess that's the only one we can do. Okay. But yeah, that's the thing about the incentives. Which one do you spend it on? Who knows? Earthly protection. So we need infliction and fiery destruction is what we need to get for learn for Persea. So we're going to move. Let's move destruction to here. Infliction to here. Punishment to here. Deposition is fine just right there. Just when I set up Persea, Colgate comes back in. Or I mean Ralsei comes back in. That's what I'm gonna call him. My Ralsei. Revive ring? What was that again? If you're lucky, it might resurrect you from KO. Okay, so there's a minor chance. The next big boss you defeat, which will probably be soon, I want you to shout out like a lunatic. I pissed on the moon, Obama, you idiot. I ain't no barking seal. I'm gonna just do something cause someone says it's funny. Mithril grieves. Unless I think it's funny too, and I don't get it. Couldn't bring myself to redeem the all-nighter thing. I'm a raccoon that values his sleep. Oh. That's just fine. There's plenty of other things that you can put your money towards.
Be careful, everyone!
Okay. But I'm back on Colette, that's right.
Sorry! Ready? Hammer! Field barrier! New power!
Congratulations, Persea!
Are you okay?
Ow.
Ready? Hammer!
Point. What's your question, Picnic?
Ring whirlwind! Ring whirlwind! Light! It looks like it is over.
What would happen if someone redeemed a stream all night twice in one stream? I think I have it purposely set up so that that can't happen. It can only be redeemed once per stream. I already did my Fuzzy Pickles ending boss, and it was satisfying. Me to relax for Persea. Don't mind if I do. How bad will the redemption hurt your sleep schedule? I am not sure. Haven't found that out yet, huh? Okay, so that goes back up there. This goes here. Ah. So there's another lock. EX gem level 3. So we can give that. Let's go ahead and give that to Regal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll switch out your ad combo. No, ad combo's fine. Vitality. Let's switch out Vitality with another one. And we'll give you Eternal. There you go. What's a chalky milkfist? Well, I have myself a bottle of chalky milk right here. You redeem the chalky milkfist, I will drink from it. It wouldn't be too bad, maybe like a night to recover. Are you ignoring the Z button dialogues on purpose? You know, there just ended up being so many, and it is extra dialogue, which is kind of nice, but I really want to finish this game someday. So, I am ignoring it on purpose right now. I think I'm most likely to redeem Dance Break, Jump Scare, or say hi to Noelle. Awesome. By the way, Noelle is at work right now, so I wouldn't recommend you say hi to Noelle because I would have to text her. So you can keep on attack. Aw, thank yous, JC. Okay, that's a lock. Cool. Where's Blue lead? Down to here? Dude, you're so oblivious. Goodbye. You don't even deserve to be able to fight me. Don't have enough channel points for those yet, but just saying in general, that is what you'd want to spend your points on. Fair enough. EXM level 1. Totally hug Bixie to death. Aww. Precious. Red's over here. There's lock 2. All done. Let's see. Green does not work. Blue. Blue goes back there. Okay, cool. Alright. This one goes over here, which gives us a saffron. Neat. And blue goes back down there. Okay, cool. By the way, I wanted to ask, are we still on the first disc? Yes, we are! But we are getting close to switching over, I promise. We're like, I think 2 dungeons away from switching over. I'm usually very likely to buy fart sound effects. That's like your MO. Yeah, this game totally has 2 discs. Hang on. I want to actually show that now. Because you guys seem to not believe me. Let me get like a picture up here. Yeah, let's see, Tales of Symphonia. Where's my case? Oh, I can't take the disc out otherwise. Okay. Tales of Symphonia GameCube. There you go. Let's see what comes up for pictures. See if I can't find both discs together. Do. Oh, I think so. Hang on. What if I just search discs? Oh, perfect. There we go. So, let's go ahead and open image. There we go. There it is! That is what the game looks like, right there. 2 heckin' GameCube discs. So, we are currently on the top one right there. And when we actually finish up, we'll have to switch it out. There are a couple games out there that do the same thing. I think, Resident Evil 4 was one of them? Hi, Conan, good to see you! Resident Evil 4 GameCube. Discs. Let's see, yeah. Let me see if I can actually find it inside of the case. Well, there it is beside the case. 2 discs right there. Oh, there it is. Inside the case. Yeah. Resident Evil 4 was 2 discs as well. It's really rare. You can skip half of the game technically. That's not how it works. It wouldn't let you start a new game from it. You'd have to have an old save file. The only way off of this trash heap is gravity. Those words made me cry. Wait, what? The Mythical Tales Symphonia game. I have it too, but I haven't played it yet. Well, brace yourselves, because it is an experience.
Well, I see the failed Chosen and her traveling band of fools are still alive.
Yeah, maybe I
You're as
should have.
stubborn as
Maybe I should have healed up.
cockroaches.
Oh well. But we saved. We saved like just before this. Thanks for the chalky milk boost.
Deceived me.
Priscilla, I'd have treated you so much better had you made me a Crucius crystal in that little body of yours. Now, settle down. Have a look at the projector.
I have played Halo Reach, but honestly, I didn't think much of it. Because, like, I'm not really into, like, military type games, and I just didn't connect to the characters very well. So, I played Halo Reach and Halo 1, and neither of them really did much for me. Thanks for the cutes, Conan!
I've got a special underwater show for you.
Yeah, but if it's one of your favorite games, I'm glad for you. Anyone who likes Halo, I'm not hating on you guys. It's just personally not a game for me.
How could you do that?
Oh, they're gonna drown all the prisoners. That's...
They'll all be killed.
Damn you.
Old point-and-click adventure game on the PC called Riddle of the Sphinx.
You bastard! Stop the water now!
Hold on, Lloyd. I gotta look up Riddle of the Sphinx. This is an important scientific inquiry. Yeah. Riddle of the Sphinx. Oh, there it is. An Egyptian adventure. An Egyptian adventure. Ah, yeah, this is old school. Look at those graphics. Ah, that tickles. Never played it, but you know what really, really tickles? This heckin' game. I spent hours trying to play Myst. You know, I think I actually got the sequel pack. I've never played any of the sequels, but for those of you who haven't played Myst, Myst is a ridiculously difficult puzzle game. Not because, like, it's difficult mechanics-wise. It's because they don't give you any instructions. They literally drop you in the world, and they just say, figure out what you're supposed to do. And you literally have to explore the world and figure out how it works in order to solve the puzzles first. The people who made Myst also made Riddle of the Sphinx. I did not know that. Alright. Look up Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. It's not a multi-disc game, it's just a very good game. Oh, we got a raid! Thank you so much for raiding in! Raheem the Dreamer! Welcome on in! Love you long time! Can we get a shout out for Raheem? I am having a great stream, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in and bringing in your community. Hi everyone who came in with the raid, I'm Vixie. Pink Skunk on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer. We play any game with a good story, and one of the stories that I love the most comes from this game right here, this little gem on the GameCube, Tales of Symphonia, and that's what we're playing right now. Outer Wilds, I've heard great stuff about that game. Did you enjoy it as your first playthrough?
It's too late.
Anyway, we gotta stop this guy from drowning prisoners or whatever.
I know why you've come here.
Really great, you should try it when you get the chance. Yeah, I know I've liked similar games in that like RPG-ish genre, like the Fallout games and stuff like that.
I'm sure you intend to shut down my mana cannon. But
Wow,
you won't
you think?
succeed. I've filled the corridor leading to the mana cannon with seawater.
You're gonna kill all those people at the ranch just to stop us?
Who cares about the lives of pathetic, inferior beings?
Mwahaha,
The
'cause
mana
I'm
cannon
evil.
will be completed once I get the Crucius Crystal. With Thor's hammer in my possession, Yggdrasil and Crucius will beg for my mercy. Even that eyesore of a tower will fall before my cannon.
Angie.
What do you hope to accomplish by destroying the Tower of Salvation?
That's nothing you lower life forms need to concern yourselves with. The Crucius Crystal is finally mine! Now, let's see. I think I'll test its power first by equipping it on myself.
I saw a full playthrough of this game. I do like the story, however, Colette I didn't like because she made the story. Ah, we got a second raid! Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid, Pixelated Broadcast. Can we get a shout out for Pixelated? Wait! Whack up a win! My name is Vixie, Pink Skunk on the internet, doing variety streams, playing games with a good story. Currently playing Good Story Tales Symphonia, GameCube game, love it. And you were playing Metro 2033, another game I've heard with a good story. Ah, so many. Anyway, back to what Katsu was saying. Didn't like Colette, I didn't like it. She made the story annoying to kind of follow. Definitely appreciate that. It's like Ralsei, but like times 10 is Colette's personality. Go ahead, give me your unbiased review about it, Pixelated. Chicken butt, that's my guess. Great watching the stream. I need to be able to function for classes tomorrow, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for coming, Aqua. Thanks for the cute persona. Bravelier Magoo should have a drink with Dr. Bristol from Final Fantasy 15. He too used science to try and tear down the world of the gods. Nice. The game itself was fine, but like it doesn't want to run. Oh, so it's like really buggy or something like that? Used to that. Rodyle is big stinky. Totally agree. OBS crashed like 3 times tonight on top of crashing. Ugh! That was like my first stream with Resident Evil Village, but it turned out that was because of Streamlabs, not because of Resident Evil Village, even though it was like a really heavy game. So, we're equipping the Crucius Crystal. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what's supposed to happen. Okay. So, Rain, we need you to use Nurse, like, right now.
Understood.
And I will use... Oh god, I gotta do this with Persea. Not Persea. I gotta do this with Colette because Anna made me. Yeah, Rodyle has corrupted himself. Yep, pull the Hojo.
Help is on the way. Oh, Holy One, cast thy purifying light upon me and my soul.
Spit right, eagle die.
Come on, Judgment.
Light of judgment. Help is on the way. Judgment.
Eagle, spit kick.
There we go, nice. Okay, so you're going to need to pineapple gel yourself. Oh, jeez! Yeah, I think I'm going to have to reconsider who I do. Hey, Zaru, good to see you. We're getting pummeled right now.
Purgatory judgment.
Oh, I literally got one hit off with that. Okay. Okay. Life bottle Regal.
Okay.
And Regal, you can go ahead and use healer. I don't care about that. Okay, sweet. So that's working. Was kidnapped into being here. Well, that's okay. Welcome, Sylvie. I hope you enjoy yourself, even so. Ow.
Sorry. Pow hammer. Devastation. Ready? Thank you. Help Eagle Ride. Great satellite. Photon.
Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it.
Are you okay? Get my Damage guard.
Ah, goodbye, Presea. It was a good run. Just kidding. We're back.
Bring back your soul from purgatory.
No, don't waste your spell on that.
Friction.
Okay. So on Colette, we're gonna use this.
Help me on the satellite. Nurse. Danger. Pow hammer.
Oh dear.
Pow. Satellite.
Let's see, is there any other tech that we can use? Really challenging.
Pow hammer.
I'm just gonna pow hammer you to death. Because that's just how Colette works.
Pow hammer. Beast. Great satellite. Field barrier. Pow hammer.
Oh no! That hurt. That very much hurt. Presea, I could use some help! Yeah, if I can pull this off, it proves just how bad Rodyle is at fighting. Alright, Rain, use a lemon gel on yourself. Who else needs some help here? Let's go ahead and make sure Regal has some TP. Come on, pow hammer you to death. Well, Rodyle is corrupted, so I guess it would be easy. Oh, I hope so. Thanks for the Chucky Milk Boost coming in. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of items on this one. Life bottle on Rain. Rain, you're gonna need a lemon gel. I'm trying to pow you to death. Why won't you die? There you go. Oh, come on! That's just what that's exactly what I needed! That toss hammer! Presea, life bottle on me, please. Come on. Let's get you to heal yourself so we don't have to worry about this. Look at what you did to me! You forced me to do this, Anna! Okay, Rain, we need some help!
Understood.
Danger.
Help is on the way. Nurse!
We did our best there. Okay, life bottle. You forced me to play as Colette! We're gone. Colgate, I'm sorry. And life bottle on Presea.
Nurse! You okay?
I'm sorry.
Life bottle Regal. No, not resurrection. We need nurse. Thank you.
Understood.
Where's my heckin' toss hammer? I need my toss hammer! Did I ever explain what toss hammer does? Rain, nurse. Well, even if I haven't, I'm going to explain. Toss hammer is rare. It rarely occurs, but it poisons the enemy. And they cannot cure it. It's impossible to cure. So then you can like cheese any boss like that. Oh, hey, we don't need to. Come on! Ow! Be nice.
Be careful.
Yes!
I cannot get my time back.
Stick it to you, Anna! I did it with Colgate!
What's happening? My body is disintegrating.
Yeah, Rodyle is so bad at fighting he loses to Colgate. Wonder if we could have done it one-on-one, that'd be funny.
You tricked me.
Also, I wasn't trying to screw you over, just think Colgate is cute. Oh! Okay.
I'm taking you all with me.
I forgive you. I forgive you, Anna. Boop.
No! He's activated the self-destruct system.
Weren't we not supposed to do that?
Rota warned us not to destroy this place.
Damn it! We have to stop it!
Impossible. The only one among us who can handle this machinery is Rain.
Most Tethyolans don't really study the details of Magi technology very much.
Well, Rain?
Professor!
I know, but I can't do this by myself.
We'll take over from here. The rest of you, go and escape through the hatch over there.
Oh, nice.
Voda, you're okay!
My brain is broken. Nice.
There'll be plenty of time for chit-chat later. Leave now. You'll only get in our way.
Okay.
Beep boop boop. We're just gonna press random buttons. Guys.
Oh no! We've got to open that door!
Isn't that like, you know, isn't that a what is up with the ground moment?
It's no use! Ugh, it won't budge!
Love you too, Luna. At least I assume that's what it says.
Move.
I assume that means I love you all. Regal just heckin' kicks
They
it.
knew the water was coming and locked it from the inside.
Why would they do that?
If the door opens, this area will be flooded as well. And as you can see, the ceiling is covered by a dome. There's nowhere for the water to escape.
They did it to save us?
Dramatic
No,
self-sacrifice.
We have to do something.
That's what it means, Yuki. I guessed right. Yes.
Damn it! Isn't there anything we can do?
I thought Regal would be the one to do that. Thanks for the cutes. Rain dies in an explosion, and Lloyd just asks, "Does that mean I failed the class?"
We've stopped the self-destruct system.
Boda! Open the door! If we destroy the dome overhead...
Our goal was to modify each ranch's mana reactor in order to fire mana at the Great Seed. Now that we've finished reprogramming this control room, our mission is complete.
Because people are complicated. Boda had, like, the right goals, but questionable means.
We need you to get the message to Yuan that we have succeeded.
Tell him yourself! Open the door now!
Boink, boink,
We
boink.
pray for your success in regenerating the world.
F's in chat for Boda.
Please see to it that Martel is finally allowed her eternal sleep. For Yuan's sake as well.
No!
Rip Boda. Such a tragic death.
Man.
I bet he never even got laid.
Behind you.
Oh my gosh! It's Spyros!
Whoa. What are those things?
They look like transport dragons. Their cages probably opened when the self-destruct system was activated.
Look out. Here they come.
Damn it!
Oh, we actually have to fight him now?
Careful, everyone.
After we're like all injured from the last fight? Okay, sure. Alright, most efficient is definitely gotta get Rain to heal us up. So if you're not already doing that, do it.
Understood.
Pow hammer! Pow hammer!
Ow.
Jeez, nurse!
Come on, no one die. There we go. Another nurse, please. There you go.
Pow hammer! Sorry. Help is on the way. Don't get in the way. Ready?
Eagle die.
Ring whirlwind!
Photon! Action!
Lloyd! Now! Photon blast!
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. I had no idea that was coming. Yeah, go ahead. Go pee.
Understood.
Okay. Lemon gel on Rain. Let's see, how bad are these guys? I only know why Rodyle is easy is because of the dragons. Oh, don't say that. That would be so bad.
Ready? Nurse! Ring whirlwind!
How bad are these guys? Regal! Regal! Okay, they're only 8,000. Thank goodness.
I got it! Healing circle! No, sorry!
Nice!
Devastating whirlwind!
So excited for Revitalize. Revitalize is like heals you from 0. It's great. Photon reading's negative. Oh, sick burn. Nice job.
Sorry. Ready? Field barrier!
Oh, that'll help. Okay, Regal.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't strong enough.
Okay. You need to do nurse.
Sorry.
And for Saya, you do... Oh no, I can just do a life bottle. Never mind. Item. Me. Life bottle. Regal.
You okay?
Help is on the way.
There we go. There we go. Okay, down to one dragon. You got this. Beat him up. Ow. Aw, thanks. You cute too, Rain.
Do not think ill of us.
That was not as bad as I was worried about. Oh, but it's not the only one.
There are too many of them.
Damn, they're tough.
If we lose, we'll never be able to pass on Boda's message.
Is that the one thing you're worried about, Ralsei?
Mithos.
Genius played the Ocarina of Time.
What was that?
I thought I was typing by accidentally paused the stream. Oh no! Walk your doggo! Oh, that was Asuka. The other light summon spirit.
Was that a summon spirit?
Genus, Rain, everybody!
How'd you respond
That's
so
Mithos'
fast?
voice.
That was literally 10 seconds.
What's Mithos doing here?
Please get on these Riiiights!
Just yeets the
Let's
Riiiights
worry
down.
about the how and why later.
All right.
Mithos, it's really you. But what was that attack just now? And how did you get a Riiiight?
I'm sorry. I was worried about all of you and I just couldn't stay behind.
Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
So I asked the renegades to let me borrow a Riiiight.
But what was that
Gonna
powerful
bow out
attack?
for the next. Thanks for coming, Jenny. We'll still be going for about another hour and a half, I think.
That was actually, I don't know either. When I heard the flute, I tried my best to get inside. So I just started blasting the dome with fireballs. Then all of a sudden, a golden sparkling bird appeared and helped me.
Thanks for the buffs,
Golden
Jenny.
sparkling bird. Could it be Asuka?
It can't be. Why would a summon spirit?
What do you mean?
Do you think Genus called Asuka when he played the flute?
Mithos' flute?
I wonder. We'll need to investigate the flute itself to find out the truth.
Huh.
But
Gets
shouldn't
deeper
you
and
rest
deeper.
first? Let's head back to Palma Costa. I must apologize to Neil. I left without telling him.
And let's push Zelos off his Riiiight. Who's with
All
me?
right. It's not like we'll figure anything out by dwelling about it here. Let's head back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mithos. We owe you our lives.
Wait, is... You see what I'm seeing? Mithos and Genus's Riiiights, they're clipping each other. They should be knocking each other out of the sky.
I didn't realize how amazing you are.
Not at all.
And Genus is so short, he can't even see over his Riiiight.
I'm so happy we're friends.
Yes, me too.
Everyone, you're back! Yep. Sorry for leaving without telling you. I'm so relieved you're safe. I was worried about you. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Well, you can relax. The Palma Costa Ranch isn't operational. Well, that's good to hear. So what you gonna do now? We need to continue the world regeneration journey, right? Nod, nod, wink, wink. Alright, we're counting on you, Chosen One. Oh yeah, let me give you back your flute, Mithos. Oh no! It's broken! I'm sorry, I know how important it was! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hate myself! No, it's alright. The flute may be broken, but the memories of my sister are still intact. I'm sorry, Mithos. If I could fix it... It's alright. It was very old, but thank you. Mithos, does this flute have some sort of a special power? I don't know, but my sister said that it was made from the nut of a tree that went extinct a long time ago. Huh. Extinct tree nuts. Well, that might be useful to go off of. Alright, so what we gonna do now? Well, we need to tell Yuan about Bota. Yeah, we also need to find out if we can use the Riiiitts so Mithos can return to Tetheala. Well, shall we pay a visit to those renegades then? Oh yes, of course. So, that means let's go ahead and restock our items because that was really, really tough. Oh, thank you so much for the cute Luna. Tell me what happened to Chocolat. Never mind. Nothing happened. Oh, I guess we'll tell her. Okay, Lloyd saved Marble when she was assaulted at the Azalea Ranch, but that's Marble became Genius's X-Sphere. Oh, really? Well, I had no idea something like that happened to my mother. I'm sorry, we just hadn't told you. Alright. Well, I was prepared for something like that, but Chocolat was really close to her. So what happened to Chocolat? She's alive, probably in the Azalea Ranch or something. Don't worry, we'll rescue her. Alright, I'll keep this story going, for her sake as well. Please save my daughter. Sure. We'll save everyone we can, I guess. Oh, that's right, you guys have, like, none of the high-powered stuff. So we can stock up on life bottles. Yeah, we ran out of that pretty quick. But yeah, if we want like lemon gels, we're gonna have to like go to the Cat's Village or something. I know, but I wanna... Okay, fine, let's go. Whatever. Let me go ahead and save first. Alright, somehow we're managing to do somewhat well with Colgate. I was not expecting that. So, that wasn't enough of a challenge for me, apparently. Alright. Mithos is gonna wait outside, sure. What's up, Anna? Let's return that Riiiitt that Mithos borrowed. Sounds good. Ah, you're back! Yuan, Bota's dead. Farts in chat for Bota. Yep, he died. He asked us to tell you that he completed his mission. I see. Then, we'll activate the dimensional transfer system. You may now go between worlds as you like. Is that all you have to say? Bota gave his life for the Renegades, and Lloyd, it's not our place to speak. That guy's been with Bota for a lot longer than we have. Nothing we say will really make a difference. Fine. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Our companion borrowed a Riiiitt from you, so we'll return it to you now. Wait, what do you mean borrowed? No one borrowed anything from us. Never mind, we'll take it. Ask about the control room. I'll ask the control room. Ask the control room staff about procuring energy for the dimensional transfer system. Yuan, I'm sorry. All of our Riiiitts are still in the hangar. What's going on? Okay. So literally, in order to go between Silver and Tetheala, we need to fly above the Renegade ranches. So, let's go back to Tetheala and Altessa's place. There, we're back. Didn't take any time at all. Well, Mithos, have a good time with Altessa while we go and save the world. Actually, we gotta change the title, don't we? I don't know, save both worlds. Yeah, it still works. It's not split both worlds, it's fuse the worlds back together by putting mana back into the Darius Carlon tree. Okay, I know I said I saw a full playthrough of the game, but what's the story of this game again? So, story of the game, in a nutshell, is that long time ago, this big old angel named Yggdrasil split the world into two. One called Silverant and one called Tetheala. And the source of mana, which was the Darius Carlon tree, couldn't sustain both. And so both of the worlds started competing for the mana. And Yggdrasil's, I believe Yggdrasil's sister Martel or something like that. We don't exactly know their relationship, but the goddess Martel. Yeah. Goddess Martel dies. Yggdrasil wants to revive her. And so he's been working on trying to repair a vessel to revive Martel. And to do so, he created the World Regeneration Journey. And Colette is the latest in a line of failed chosens to complete that journey. But we managed to figure out what was going on and survive, which none of the other chosens have done yet, as far as we know. So, now that we know what's going on, we actually have to try and put mana back into the life seed for the Darius Carlon tree. And that should bring the worlds back together again, so that they don't have to fight for mana anymore. That's the basic gist. Yeah, of course we'll come visit you. And I'll be praying for the success in avenging your sister, Persea. Thank you. Avenging Persea's sister? What are you talking about? Oh, that's right, he wasn't there. Well, that's not really a topic you need to drag out right now. It's a gross oversimplification, Katsu, but yeah, that's basically what it turned into. Long story short, teenagers save the world. Or both worlds, I should say. That's even simpler. What are you talking about, Zelos? This is important. Persea's sister was killed. Killed? It seems like Persea's younger sister served under a noble named Bryant. But then her master Bryant... He is a monster. How can you kill a child like that? Must go, but I'll stay on Discord. Thanks for coming, Lena. Sister? It can't be. Persea, what's your sister's name? Alicia. Oh, I see. Do you know something about that, Regal? I may know who the murderer was. Really? Take me to Altamira. Well, okay. Alright, JC! Oh wait, JC's out walking the dog, so we won't be able to see if JC's prediction was right. JC predicted that Rodyle killed him. Pigeon! Pigeon has determined that we shall play as Zelos. And Zelos we are. Okay, to Altamira. So we'll find out. Okay, we'll find out who killed Persea's sister. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who's the murderer? Okay, now that we're here, what did you hear about Alicia? At Alicia's grave, in the Sky Terrans, at a company called Lezarino. I see. Well, let's go there then. Hey, my beloved. No, don't you go hitting on the employees. Thanks for the money, sugar. I don't know why I'm calling him doing like a Johnny Bravo voice to him, but hey. Johnny Bravo is much more respectable than Zelos. At least at this point. Whoa! What happened? Zelos is the Johnny Bravo of this universe. Nice. Ugh, the X-Men broke and Varley went inside. Varley. He must pay. Ugh. Let's go!
Tell me the password to the inner area of the Toys Valley mine, now!
I don't know anything about it.
Wrong answer!
How about I tell you instead?
Regal?
Master Regal, what are you doing here?
Master Regal? Oh, there's something more to this Regal character now in there. Look at that, huh?
So, the president himself decided to pay a visit.
The president of the company
Perfect.
is Regal?
President?
The route to the Toys Valley mine opens by my voice print and cornea scan. Forcing it open would undoubtedly cause the X-Sphere mine area to collapse.
Is that so? In that case, Regal, you're just going to have to come open it for us. I'm going to be out of business if I don't get my hands on some more X-Spheres.
I think not. Besides, Rodyle is dead. You don't have anyone to unload huge numbers of X-Spheres on.
Are you stupid? I don't need Rodyle. I've got the Pope himself on my side. And there's plenty of people around who'd love to get their hands on some X-Spheres.
That's enough. I cannot forgive you for killing an innocent person.
Kujinawa, you're working with this guy?
Soon, the king will die, and the Pope will take over. And when that happens, I'm going to grind your pathetic Lazareno company into the ground.
Master Regal? You still kept your cuffs on from when you were the president, I see. You were always into that sort of thing.
Are you all right, George?
Ninja escape for Varley.
Yes, Master Regal. Thank you.
My name is Regal Bryant. I was granted the title of Duke by His Highness, and also the president of Lazareno Company.
Wait a minute. So this means...
Although it would seem that the Chosen already knows me.
I saw you at one of the princess's birthday parties.
Oh yeah. I'd forgotten that this guy's actually a member of high society too.
Then Alicia's killer, Bryant, is...
Wait, it can't be Regal.
Yeah, that's right. Regal killed Perseia's younger sister.
Alicia.
Master, I'm so happy to see you again before I disappear.
I'm sorry. Even after death, you still suffer.
It's all right. It's not your fault. Alicia, what do you mean?
Alicia and I were in love.
Then I, his servant, interfered and forced them apart.
Alicia was handed over to Varley. He wanted to use her in an X-Sphere experiment.
Was he trying to create Crucius crystals?
It seems so. But the experiment failed.
Flashback.
I fulfilled my promise. The mine is yours. Now please, return Alicia to me.
Wow, Regal looks suave without his cuffs on.
Sure thing, bub. You can have her. I don't have any use for a failed piece of work like that anyway.
Of course.
What?
Turned into a marble-like monster.
This is Alicia. She wasn't compatible with the X-Sphere experiment. It worked just fine on another from her family.
Master Regal, please, kill me.
Also, when it didn't work on Alicia, they put it on Perseia.
I can't. I could never kill you with my own hands.
It's because I love you that I want you to do it.
F in chat for Alicia. Big hugs. Dang, Regal killed him with her. Like,
Master Regal
really
killed me
good
in
with his
order to
hand.
save
Look at that.
me.
Didn't even need a weapon for that. Master Regal killed me in order to save me.
It was the only way.
Just like Marble.
I'm so glad I got to see you again in the end. I have no regrets now. So please, Regal, stop punishing yourself.
That's why he keeps wearing the handcuffs, is because he regrets killing her.
Alicia. But with my own hands?
I will disappear very soon, so please don't leave me anything to worry about. You don't need those shackles. You've suffered enough.
I took the life of the one I love. These are the symbol of my crime, as well as my punishment.
You don't need that punishment anymore. Please, Regal.
Genus and I once experienced the same thing you did, and I also imagined what it must have been like for my dad. When my mom turned into a monster and he struck her down, he must have suffered as well.
Your father did the same thing?
That's what I heard. I don't know if the decisions you or my dad made were correct, but I don't think my mom would have wanted my dad to punish himself and live the way you have.
Is that true?
Yes, it's just as he says. At least, I don't want you to live like that.
All right. But I will never use these hands as tools of death. I swear that to you. To you and to Lloyd. And once we have defeated those who use X-spheres to toy with people's lives, I shall remove these bonds.
In other words, so that we don't have to change your character model.
Thank you, Master. Presea, I think I can finally rest in peace. Please destroy the crystal before I'm totally absorbed into the X-sphere.
Why? Can't you stay like you are now?
If I stay like this, I will live on forever. An isolated consciousness, unable to even speak, existing for eternity. It would be true hell.
Presea, Regal, what do we do?
Please, set her free.
Yes. Goodbye, Alicia.
Thank you. Presea, please forgive Master Regal. Please.
And Lloyd destroys the X-sphere.
I'm sorry I never said anything about this until now. I am a criminal.
Master Regal confessed to killing Alicia and went to prison on his own will.
While I was in prison, the Pope promised to arrest Varley in exchange for kidnapping Colette. I believed him and agreed to do it.
So that's why you were after us?
Yes. Please. I ask you to postpone my final judgment until we defeat Crucius and stop them from using X-spheres to toy with people's lives.
If that's alright with Presea, because she was the one you hurt the most.
As long as it's okay with Presea. Anyway, we'd already thought of Regal as a friend.
Varley was responsible for Alicia's death as well. Okay. I'll try not to think of you as my enemy.
I forgot there's a Klonoa 2 costume in this game for Presea. There is! Because Klonoa is also a Namco game.
I'm not sure I can change right away, but
I'm sorry.
it was Alicia's last request, so I won't say a word about it anymore.
The only smart stuff Lloyd says is the stuff that Vixie forces him to say. I try, because, well, they force us to play as him. The Regal obtained the title of El Presidente. Not just president, just El Presidente. But yeah, we won't be getting that costume in this playthrough, because you have to do a side quest for that. But that's just one of the many things that you can do in this game. Oh wait, we go to the president's office? Regal's still in handcuffs, yet, because he says he's going to keep them on to make sure he doesn't use his hands as tools of, like, tools of like killing. That was his excuse. Alright. So let's go back and do stuff. Huh. So, let me go over our synopsis, try and think of what we need to do now. Now that we know about this. Mana links. Oh, do we need to, like, research this? Made their way to Silver Rock Tetheala to get summoned spirits. By the way, this is a journal. Something that good RPGs do to make sure that in case you have to take a break, you remember what you were doing. Okay, apparently we need to awaken all the summoned spirits. I'd be sure to keep the Clamilla costume on Carol in Tales of Vesperia. Yeah, that's the only reason I keep Carol in there. Regal, take them off! But I can't use hands for killing. Legs, however, I've never killed her with my legs. Very true. That's kind of like exactly what they're doing here. Alright, so there's like the Temple of Darkness and the Temple of Light. Let's see. I believe the Temple of Darkness is in yonder direction. Let's see what we can get over there. Here it is. Gotta land it just right, I think. Wow, it's pitch black. It seems like the Summoned Spirit of Darkness has a strong effect on this area. Oh, it's so dark! Loitech and faceplants. Ow, that was my foot! Oh, we can't go on like this. Let's try the Elemental Research Laboratory. They've supposedly done research here before. They should know a way to light the darkness. Sounds like a good idea. Elemental Research Laboratory. That means we're going back to Saibai now, are we? But we are banished, so... Huh. Creative name, Temple of Darkness. Exactly my thoughts. Alright, I think we need to go for the library here in order to discover that. Let's look, do some research. Nope. This is Identity Darkness. This is Advanced Darkness. Oh ho ho. Alright. I think this was it. Let's see if Kate has an idea. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, apparently we can't. Ah! Was that the one that was in Meltecchio? I haven't been to this part in like forever, and so... I'm honestly surprised I got this far in the game, just with what little I remember from before. Alright. We're gonna try for Miltechio. And if that doesn't work, we'll figure another thing out. Alright, yeah, we're banned. We can't go through the front door. Small map, yep. Literally have to quick jump through this. Oh yeah, this is right. Okay, oh sweet, items. We can go ahead and stock up here. Bye. Sweet. Lemon gels. We'll take it. And we'll go ahead and pump ourselves. Can we pump ourselves up with pineapple gels? Hell yeah. We are full up, baby! Oh, and since we have it, we may as well just fill ourselves up with the rest of the gels. Okay. Cool, we gelling! We gelling, bruh. Oh, hi, Kratos. I heard that the sacred wood only grows in the area. The sacred wood only grows in the area near Ozette. Is that correct, boy? I mean, girl. Yeah? Then does that mean that the sacred wood no longer exists, girl? The wood I cut is stored in the church, so it seems that all that is left. I really do have no choice. Wait! Why is Crucius worried about sacred wood? Because it is necessary. What other reason could there be, boy? Necessary for what? I do not feel the need to tell you that now, boy. By the way, Lloyd, the Summon Spirit packs you are currently forming, you must stop. You think we're just gonna stop because you say so? It is dangerous to engage in activities when you cannot predict the outcome. It may result in something you cannot undo, boy. But if there's no other way to save both worlds, then we have to do it. Be patient, boy. What's that even mean? Good question, huh? I don't know either. Squeaky. Sheena, everyone! We have a bit of a favor for you all, if it's alright. You see, Shadow's dungeon is really dark and you can't see. In that case, a blue candle could be of use to you. It's a holy candlestick that negates the power of darkness. That's right. Relying on ancient documents, we succeeded in creating it here in our lab. Alright, could we borrow one? Of course we'd be. Hey, wait a minute! It's these guys' fault that Kate was arrested. We can't help them. But they're Sheena's friends. Wait, what happened to Kate? Kate's gonna be executed for harboring criminals and helping them escape. Because of us? Damn it. Lloyd, we need to save Kate! Lloyd, I want to save her as well. Alright, but only if, because Persea said so. What if we participated in the matches being held at the Colosseum? The Colosseum, what for? It was originally constructed to watch fights between prisoners and wild beasts. There's a passage inside the prison for those prisoners to be taken into the Colosseum. Oh, that's right! You were in there before! So if we participate in the Colosseum match, then we can sneak into that passage and break her out. Brilliant! And it looks like, according to the last vote, it is going to be Zelos doing the tournament. So let's go! Alright, so over here's the Colosseum. Now the entire Colosseum is another side quest entirely. You can get like the best weapons for everyone by doing Colosseum battles. What? You want me to enter? That's what Pigeon said! Well, why me? Shouldn't you be going, Lloyd? You gotta do some work every now and then. I'm always working. You can do it, Zelos. Yeah, get out there and fight. I know you'll do well, sweetheart. Please do your best. Oh, well, if the girls insist, then the great and beautiful Zelos shall enter the ring. You're really easy to manipulate, you know that? However, it would be a bad idea for the Chosen to participate using his real name. Yeah, and people know your face, too. Oh, I have an idea! Why don't we make you a masked knight? Wow, doesn't it look good? Now we have a masked fighter costume for Zelos. Good job, Pigeon. Congratulations on unlocking that alternate costume. Alright, hurry up and register. We're here to rescue Kate. Okay. Put me down as the handsome swordsman. Chosen one? Are you kidding? There's no way an idiot like this could be the Chosen, right? Shut up. Say, pretend you didn't see me. Alright. It's obvious from the way he acts every single day. Alright, let me make sure our tech is up to snuff. Yeah. This really doesn't help my case that Zelos and Birdly are alike. Darn it, Zelos. Here we go!
Are you guys part of
Sorcerer's
gang or
Duelist?
something?
Now we're just gonna deal with the magic. Ah, shit. Let's back out a bit. Come on. We're just gonna let Zelos get beat up.
I feel like a chump.
This is really fun. Just watching Zelos get the shit beat out of him.
What a sorry way to go.
Just let him do that and we'll see what happens. Oh, we gotta completely load data, okay. It's okay, that was worth it. Okay. Now we're gonna play a little bit smarter, hopefully. Doesn't look like we can use items either, so. What can we use? Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it like that. Alright, fine. I guess we'll go ahead and equip some good stuff in the accessory slot. We're going to have to... I'm sorry, Persea. Just for now. Remove. Give you the warrior symbol and the guardian symbol. That'll help. Okay. Mash this text. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna be seeing this screen for a while? I mean, it does look like a good costume, but I'm sad that Zelos wears it. It's okay. The music is nice. Demon Fang, Demon Fang, Demon Fang! I mean, we do have that technique. So we could double Demon Fang. There's Hurricane Thrust we can use. Light Spear. Yeah, so we don't actually have to get all the way up to him. They already hit him.
Are you guys part of a gang?
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
There we go.
Double demon fang!
Okay.
No, 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 no.
Light spear!
Okay.
Ow.
Hurricane thrust!
Not particularly, babe.
Hurricane thrust!
I feel like
Ow. Come on, heal.
This! First aid!
There we go. We gotcha.
Guardian! Guardian!
what a sorry way to go.
Did better that time. Gotta keep my hit points up. Let's see, which ones would probably be the easiest for this one? Lloyd would be good. Definitely. Per se, I could probably manage it with pretty easily. Anyone else? With some practice, I could probably use Sheena and Regal. But I haven't really practiced their characters. So that's the same issue with Zelos. I should probably change the text speed if I'm gonna have to keep repeating this. Didn't realize how much I relied on healers when I don't have one. Okay.
Are you guys part of a gang?
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Like that. Okay.
Can I get past you guys? Apparently not.
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Ah, no. Can I move freely? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Light spear! Light spear!
Man, I feel like a chump.
Ah.
What a sorry way to go.
Ah. Okay, definitely changing the text speed on this. Message speed. Up, sweet. Can I just change, like, the easiest of the monsters? No, it's already on easiest. By easiest, I mean normal. It's like normal and hard is what they have. Even easy is hard for Zelos. When it's 3 against 1, that's the real issue. Okay, so really what we gotta focus on is trying to make sure that we take care, if we could try and like focus on one of them, getting them out, that'll help. So, no, Demon Fang is good, Hurricane Thrust is good. Yeah, I don't think they let you move freely until Tales of Vesperia, which sucks. We're just gonna deal with that.
Are you guys part of a gang or something?
Okay. I like that. Too slow. Spear. Fight. Okay. Like that.
Why are you running towards him when you're trying to do first aid? I don't get you, Zelos.
Okay.
Man, I feel like a chump.
Too slow. Light spear.
Come on, heal, heal, heal.
Ready for this? First aid. Light spear.
Ah! No. I may need some help to change the character if we actually want to move on soon. It's hard because it's Zelos. I feel like is the problem. I think Lloyd would probably be the easiest one for this fight. It's the one that was intended for. Might be able to do Persea too, because she just wrecks everything. But yeah, this is really hard. Because it's 1 person versus 3. And that's unforgiving. You know, the nice thing about Zelos is you can heal, but they don't really give you a good chance to heal when it's 3 versus 1. Go, Lloyd! Okay. Oh wait, there's a problem. We need to get 10,000 gal to play as Lloyd? Oh, that sucks. What? Well, at least they gave us a save circle here. You know what, I'm gonna give it one more go with Zelos. I mean, I guess I could sell some stuff, but I'm gonna go and try that. And if not, I'm gonna sell some stuff and then play as Lloyd. Good thing I didn't say Regal, he's literally a fugitive. Yeah, you're right. Wonder what they would say for Persea. Okay, we're gonna switch first aid to the B button. Is there anything else that can do like a sweeping attack or something like that? So yeah, Sonic Thrust, Hurricane Thrust. Yeah, Hurricane Thrust can definitely do some damage. Light Spear does some damage. Right here we can do Fireball, sure. Let's go. Let's try that. Let's go! We got this time.
Are you guys part of a gang or something? Ready for that?
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Like that. Okay. Like that.
Don't get why they're doing that. Come on.
Okay.
Gonna heckin' kill you. Oh! You're like a piece of paper. Oh, I'm so glad they did that. Okay. Gonna come over to the corner here.
Man, I feel like a chump.
Why are you not healing, Zelos? You literally have first aid on your B button.
Hurricane thrust.
Ah. Okay, now that we know to hit the sorcerer first, that's a huge thing. So yeah, I just think I should be able to do it. We'll go ahead and put first aid on like everything else. This is like Hurricane Thrust and Light Spear would be the best. And the rest doesn't matter. So first aid here. And first aid here. And here. Hurricane Thrust. Cool, cool. Do it! 50th time's the charm! I'm gonna make Zelos do this. If I can make Colette do it, I can make Zelos do this.
Are you guys part of a gang or something?
Okay.
Hurricane thrust.
Gotcha! Down and out.
Hurricane thrust. Light spear. Hurricane thrust. Light spear.
There you go!
Hurricane thrust.
Get wrecked! Not a chance!
Light spear.
Get wrecked! Oh shit, I'm out of TP. That was a good idea. How many hit points does this guys have? Oh, thank God. Whew! Heal, 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 heal.
This takes concentration.
Dang it! Ah, that was so close. Okay, so I'm going to go lighter on the TP. I'm going to switch this out. So instead, you're going to do just regular Sonic Thrust, because that's going to expend less TP. But we're almost there. We had 2 down, 1 to go, and Zelos will be able to do the battle. Woo! I had no idea that this would be as much of an adventure pigeon But you paid for it, so you're gonna get it. And then we'll switch to Lloyd. So yeah, I wonder if Zelos is the only one that can get in for free. That'd be interesting. Okay, Sorcerer first, and then the other two.
Are you guys part of a gang or something? Man, I feel like a chump.
Come on, heal!
This takes
Shit!
concentration. Sonic thrust! What a sorry way to go.
They pummeled me while I was trying to get to the Sorcerer. Come on. Was not planned. But hey, what I just realized is you guys are getting your premium Zelos ass-kicking content right now. So, I don't feel so bad about that. You guys wanted to see Zelos get his butt handed to him, and we're doing it, like, right now. Pink Flare Vix is down. Yes, that was my ultimate plan. I just figured it out. Yeah, so getting past those two soldiers, I can't just rush past them because otherwise they'll just hand my ass to me. And then I'll have no hit points by the time we get on the other side of them, so... If I was able to use items, it'd be a different story.
Are you guys part of a gang or something?
Okay. Did you like that?
Come at me.
Okay.
Dang it! Shit, no!
Okay. Did you like that?
No! Stop it!
Okay.
Heal.
Ready for this?
Did you
First
like
aid.
that?
Oh, at least that didn't stagger me too much.
Okay. Did you like that?
Man, I feel like a
Ah! No! I don't like getting my ass kicked.
Ready for this? First aid.
Okay.
Whoa! Fight!
Did you like that?
Ah!
Ready for this? First aid. Ready for this? This takes concentration.
Okay. Did you like that?
Shit. Come on, heal.
Ready for this? This takes concentration, you know.
Okay. Did you like that?
Sonic thrust!
How dare you, guard! Is there a curse count? I'll start. Heck.
Fight! Fight spear!
Fell into each other's arms. Gotta consistently get past that sorcerer. Pass to that sorcerer. You can do this. We'll give it like 1 or 2 more tries, and then we'll try with Lloyd. Which should be a lot easier, but we have to pay 10,000 gold. Coming in, thanks for the loves. I was not considering this to be the hardest boss battle I would be in. This isn't even a boss battle. Why is this so hard? Because Zelos sucks, that's why. Actually, I wonder... Can I jump over them?
Are you guys part of a gang or something?
Okay. Did you like that?
Can you, like, not jump or something?
Okay.
Light spear!
There we go. Jeez. Block.
Sonic light spear!
Man, I feel like a chump.
There you go. Come on!
Light spear!
What a sorry
What the?
way to go.
Apparently, Zelos can't jump. Okay, last time was Zelos. And then we'll suck it up. We'll pay the 10,000. Cause yeah, it's not fun to get your butt handed to you that many times. The joke of Zelos getting beat up is old now.
Are you guys part of a gang or something?
Oh, there we go. Gotcha. That's how you're supposed to jump.
Here.
Okay. Jump over you, come over here.
Sonic thrust! Demon Bang! Sonic thrust! Light spear! Sonic thrust!
No. Okay.
Demon Bang! Demon Bang!
There we go. Heal.
Ready for this? Light spear!
What a sorry way to go.
Okay, we're sucking it up. Legit feel nothing from Zelos being beaten up anymore. How's that possible? I love how you can stream to 9 people. I would be happy to stream to like 1 person. Let me be perfectly honest about that. Because having someone to talk to, just anyone, makes me smile so much. Okay. Suck it up. Sell my nimble rapier and get Lloyd in there. Thanks for the bloopers! Zaru, thanks for that. Surprise cute attack. Oh, thank yous! Thanks for the pets as well. Guys, you're amazing. Okay. And according to Pigeon's incentive, we are going back to Lloyd. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for the cutes. All y'all's cutes. Here we go. Dude, you're amazing as well. Thank you. So are you. Okay. What do we have again? We'll go ahead and move that to Tiger Blade, Sonic Sword Rain. There we go. Imagine if it's a different fight or something.
Man, there's a lot.
Okay.
Oh no, 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 no! Fuck. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Okay.
There we go.
Like that.
There we go. Okay, cool.
No way! Hunting beast!
Come on!
Hunting beast!
Get wrecked!
Too slow! No way!
Okay. There we go.
No way! Hunting beast! No way!
Yeah, with Lloyd, it's just that easy. Seriously. Zelos just sucks. But we all knew that, right? Oh wait, what happens now? Squeaky, here we go. Why are you here? It's Kate. It's our fault you got arrested, so we come to save you. Thank you, but it's alright. It's not alright. If something's up, we can talk about it after we get out of here. And let's hurry. Alright. Thank you. Wait, shouldn't you be further away from the Coliseum when you're talking? And now that we've rescued her, what is she gonna do? Do you have any family? Well, my mother passed away and my father is no, so... Could you take me to Ozette? Well, Ozette's in ruins, are you sure? Yeah, it's the place where I was born. Well, okay then. Thanks for saving me, even though I was the one that experimented on Persea. Hey, we're here because you helped us escape. And you were about to be executed because of that, so we had to save you. Even if you know who I really am? Who you really are? My mother was an elf. My father is a human. The current leader of the Church of Martel, the Pope. Your father's the Pope? Huh. You're lucky you took after your mother. Is that all you can say, Zelos? He tried to have his own daughter executed. Well, yeah, but it was the Pope who ruled all those half-elves that all half-elves who commit crimes be punished to death. What? Why did he do something like that when his own daughter is a half-elf? Hey, don't you go get angry at me. I swear he'll pay for this. Wait, don't do anything bad to my father. Why? He did horrible things to you. But he's still my father. I know that's gotta be complicated feelings. I was really lucky to have well, I am really lucky to have a great dad. I love my parents. They're even like really accepting of me as transgender. But, like, to have, like, abusive parents, I know it's gotta be, like, complicated emotions when you can have the opportunity for them to be, like, brought to justice. F the Pope. Nice. Couldn't have said it better myself. When my father ordered me to perform the experiments to turn X-spheres into Crucius crystals, I was happy. My father finally needed me. What? I don't understand that. Genus, calm down. But I think I can understand a little. When I thought that Remiel might be my father, I was happy that my father had finally come to see me, even though I knew that the journey would end in my death. I'm going to think by myself for a while about my father and half-elves. Thanks for saving me, and Presea, I'm sorry. So many people hurt Presea. This is sad. Why do things end up like this? Two forces would always oppose each other. Some want to tear the other. Elves and humans, heaven and earth. Thanks for the dramatic speech, Regal. And those in the middle are simply sacrificed. Half-elves, the Great Seed, and the Chosen. Well, that's wrong. Well, in a time there are two people that can be sacrificed by the establishment of superiority. It's the same way that countless countries and worlds. Equality is an illusion. Birth, status, appearance, and race, you're engulfed by these things. But everyone has the same heart. Everyone hurts when they're rejected, but people forget that. Yeah, if only everyone could live thinking about each other like that. Wow. Colette dropping the truth bombs. If only everyone could live thinking about each other. Little by little, people can change. The only thing that we can do is to believe in that and start doing what we can. Yep, we just now need to release the Mana Spirit links. The Summon Spirit Mana links. Alright, let's go get that candle so we can form a pact with Shadow. Huh. Well, because the Cade's escaped, the Pope suffered a great loss of face. We have all been incredibly worried about being arrested. I see. All walks of life are only equal when life ends. Yes. Oh, by the way, JC, did you hear? We found out who murdered Presea's younger sister. Alright, here's the blue candle. Thanks, we'll make good use of it. Woo! Temple of Darkness, here we come! So, we knew that the person who killed her was her master, Master Bryant. Guess what Regal's last name is? That's right. Regal's last name is Bryant. Regal killed Alicia Copeteer, Presea's sister. Yeah, oof. That's like the most anticlimactic. But yeah, that's what he's in jail for, is the murder of Presea's sister, and that happened because she was consumed by an X-sphere. Yes, sir, JC, welcome to the Temple of Darkness. Remember Awareness? Excited tail wags. Nice. What the? It's a darkness blob. Is that a monster? I think it's a summon spirit. This is the summon spirit of darkness? But it feels weaker than normal summon spirits. I guess this is about at 1/5 of its power, and the mana even feels more unstable than it did outside. My hand goes right through it. So, could it be that the summon spirit power has leaked from the seal and taken on a physical form like this? Does this mean if we don't bring this faggot of shadow back to the seal, we won't be able to form a pact with him? Wow, look at this wondrous crystal! How does it function? Is it magic technology? By the summon spirit's power? Lloyd, look! It looks like this little fellow can't get into the light. Oh, it's the summon spirit of darkness, so it doesn't like the light. Vix, tell these people what I'm all about now that we're here. Tell them about my umbral greatness. Yeah, everyone, this is Jack. Jack has more darkness power than Ralsei. That should say everything. Jack has surpassed the power of the Master of Darkness, Ralsei. So we gotta lead the summon spirit to the core. Maybe if we corral all 5 of them into that wide open area below this floor, we can take them from there to get to the seal without them getting separated. Nice. Okay then, let's get started and see what we can do. Professor, let's go. But I haven't finished studying yet. Man. What time is it? 15 minutes. Let's see if we can finish this in 15 minutes. There we go. Go and pull these things out. So that goes in. Nice. What else is down here? Hit you. Headband. Nice. Who wears a headband? Looks like a lot of people could wear a headband. We'll give that to Regal, because Regal looks badass with it. This face is pretty much my element, boys and girls. I knew you'd like it.
New foe.
Alright.
No way!
Riiiight, gather before me! Destroy the enemy before me!
There you go. Goodbye.
No way! Ready? Field
No! Darkness within darkness. Oh yeah, rain's gonna be really powerful here. Because everything's gonna be weak to light. Oh sweet, there's a save spot just in case we don't actually have the time to finish the dungeon. Let's see, does it permanently turn it off? Guess we'll find out. EXGem level 3.
Let's begin the... No way!
Good job, Persea. But yeah, back to that Coliseum.
Wrong guy to mess with.
What's really nice is once you actually like get powerful enough to defeat everyone, like you can go ahead and level yourselves up, but with that power you can actually get everyone's most powerful weapons, which really helps. But I can only move that one. Oh, I know how to do that. Tomful Cactus, it's going great. How are you? So, in this dungeon, we're trying to find all 5. Oh, why hello there. We're trying to find all 5 of these. Summon Spirit Fragments, so to speak. And bring them all to their right place. Let's go ahead and push that in. There you go. So there's one. Oh wait, that ends up... No! I didn't realize that would reset that. I thought we could actually push all of these stones out, but apparently not. And now I don't know how I'm gonna get back. Unless we can push that one off. Oh, we can go down this way. Nice.
Be careful, everyone.
No way!
Oh, there's a guy like completely carrying a casket on his back. That's pretty cool. Pretty baller.
Not a bad exercise, was it?
Nice job, Rain! Crimson Wisdom. Darkness smells like vanilla ice cream and onions. Is a known fact. Nice. Alright. So we can bring this spirit with us. Right? Come, spirit. Cool. Come. Loon, good to see you! How are you doing? I give Nimbat 1,000 hugs. Not one less. Oh. You need this to be turned off, right? Come on. Ah, okay, come on, sneak you down. Let's go down. Come on. Yes, there you go. It's so finicky. There you go. Come on. Okay. One collected. Tomful Cactus says, I'm doing decent. I just started to think about your Advice Ralsei channel and was wondering why I haven't seen anything from it. So I went to Twitter, and I saw what happened. So now I shall creep in the shadows like a goblin that I am on this channel. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you were thinking about me. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm assuming that you read absolutely everything that I said about why I was rebranding, and here we are. I am Pink Skunk now. No longer Fluffy Goat Boy. I hope you enjoy the streams just as much as you used to. Or maybe even more. Who knows? Okay. Still got some time. Dude, you're supposed to stay up here. Why do you keep following me?
Enemies.
There you go. Can I just say how much I love the name of cuteness? It's like she's casting a cute spell on us.
So that's the
Just as I expected. Let's go up. Wow.
Let's go and take care of you. Okay, I want to make sure that that summon spirit stays where it's supposed to be. There we go. Come on. Change is no more Fluffy, but Fluffy Skunk will justify. Will justify? Fluffy Skunk will justify. Satisfy, maybe? So hopefully more fun is to come. Yes, there's absolutely fun to come. You can go ahead and join my Discord server, or you can watch my Twitter account for updates on what streams are going to be coming up. Yeah, so far the streams have been... Alright, I'm just gonna have to trust that you'll stay there. But yeah, so far the streams have been Tales of Symphonia, and we're working on... Yeah. We're also working on Doom Eternal. At least, we will start working on Doom Eternal once we get into it. We're starting that on Thursday. I'm excited about that. Sneak past you. Oh wait, I don't need to sneak past you, do I? Yes, I do.
All right, let's go. No way.
It's better to walk with a friend in the darkness than alone in the light. You're with us in the dark too. Aww. There we go.
Do not think ill of us.
Okay. So, that means we now have 2 more accessible, which is great. So we'll have to sneak past you. I guess we can't.
Get ready.
No way.
Oh, it was a shameless reference. But I did love it. Perhaps some fluffy skunk can disguise as a fluffy goat sometimes. You know, honestly, I haven't missed being the fluffy goat. I had to change my personality quite a lot to be the fluffy goat.
Just as I expected.
I like streaming games as myself a whole lot better. Oh, up here. Like a Ralsei costume? Oh, someone drew fan art of me like that! Someone drew fan art of me in a Ralsei costume. That was so cute. Come, come. Yeah, like a cosplay. Exactly. You have to pull you off? Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I need to push you off the edge. Yep. Is that gonna work? Yeah. Okay, cool. Come, come. Come, come, little spirit. Let's go pick up your buddy. Yay, both of you come with me. We'll go around this way. That's it. Come on. Come on. There you go. It's true, it is spooky month. And next week is going to be spooky week. I'm excited for it. Okay, that's 1 there, and 2 there. Nice. Where are we? Okay, we're at 10 o'clock. So. Whew. I'm trying to think, would there be a good amount of time for this? No, I think that's all that we can do right now. It sucks that we have to finish in the middle of the temple. I blame Zelos for this, okay? Zelos just sucks. Absolutely, but you guys don't suck. I love you. Thank you so much for sticking around. And thank you so much, Pigeon, for having mercy on me and letting me do the insta-kill with Lloyd so we can move on. Let's see who we can raid, who we can share this with. Worse than Birdly. That's an accurate description. I'd say that's accurate. Let's see. Who do we pass the love to? Let's see, Awestruck is here. Who else? We can check our furries on Twitch page. To see if there's anyone. Yeah, there's not really many people on, surprisingly. Maybe it's just because it's so late at night, so we're just gonna pass it to Awestruck. Also known as Elliot. Thank you guys so much for coming. We will be doing Doom Eternal on... Yeah, we'll be doing Doom Eternal on Thursday. And then next week we're going to be doing a week of special Halloween streams in celebration of Halloween. Look forward to that. I have a couple games lined up that are spooky and I've been wanting to play. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it with me. But until then, enjoy Elliot's stream and I will see you all on Thursday. Big loves, smooches to everyone. Bye.
There's also 3 items which you can get randomly. Yeah, and Vixie, hello!